Thanks for joining us on episode 2 of Wine Not. Today we're going to take you on a tour of the shop and show you how easy it can be to make the proper selection for wine. Thanks.
Good.
Welcome to Winestyles.
Thanks. This is really nice.
Why, thank you. Is this welcome back or welcome for the first time?
First time.
Great. Wow. If you don't mind, I'd love to give you sort of a rundown of how we're organized.
Sure.
Okay. So traditionally when you go shopping for wine, you might find a Chardonnay section or a French section because the wines are organized by either the region or the varietal. We actually set them up a little differently.
Okay.
While we have French wines and Chardonnay wines, we don't put them on the wall that way. So first off, we separate by color.
Okay.
We have our red wines here and our white wines on the opposite. And in the red wall, we have subcategories. So the first section here, I'm going to try and drag your eye up to these signs up above. The first category is fruity. Lavender sign, it's got some food pairing recommendations, lighter fare. Some people confuse this with the sweet wines. We have a whole other sweet section I can show you later. But for now, these are the wines that are most prominent with the berries. The cherries, the raspberries are most prominent. And they're going to go with lighter fare, marinara. The acidity of a tomato is perfect with some of these wines.
Okay.
The next section here is, if you want to follow me through the shop here, the next section is the mellow section. Now we've got blue labels under the blue mellow sign. These wines pair with a wider variety of food, medium-bodied reds and that.
Okay.
There's more information here. Aside from the food that you're going to see listed up above, you're going to see some recommendations and details on the wines here as well.
And I see that pasta's on both, so there's some level of overlap.
That's right. So if you're having marinara or a little bit meatier dish, you're probably going to go mellow. But marinara, straight, maybe even a quattro fromage or other Italian fare, you're going to go with the fruity section.
Okay.
Now this last red section is bold. These wines have the burgundy color stripe under the burgundy sign. These are the robust reds. These are the wines where the tobacco, the spice, the smoke are very apparent. There's tannins in these wines as well for the most part. There may be tannins in other wines, but the tannins are going to be most apparent here.
Okay.
Firmer. Now these wines are going to pair with heartier dishes. Think sharp cheese, steak au poivre, that kind of thing. Now the reason we do this is I have a Cabernet in each section, and I have an Italian wine in each section. Malbecs, Merlots, French wines, they're all mixed up simply because they present themselves differently.
And hence pair differently.
Exactly. So you want to really pay attention to either your mood or your menu, and we're going to try and make that decision as easy as possible.
You do make it easy, that's for sure.
We try. Now, these wines are also priced in the 10s and 20s. On the white wall, we have 3 sections as well. We have the crisp section, yellow sign, yellow tags. These are the wines that are going to be bright, sharp, acidic, think pineapple, grapefruit, lemon, lime, that kind of thing. The next section is this army green silky section. Just as it sounds, they're going to be softer, sort of medium-bodied white wines. Still fruity, but not sharp or acidic like you have there. And then the last white section is the rich section. Just as it sounds, these are going to be the wines that are savory, fuller-bodied, some butter, some oak, that kind of thing. They're going to pair best with savory foods. So if you're having a mushroom risotto, this is going to be your go-to. But if you're having something sharp, maybe a garlic shrimp, perhaps, then that's where you're going to want to go for that.
Okay.
Do the best pairing with the wine, you're going to have a great evening. Just as the reds are in the 10s and 20s, these are in the 10s and 20s. And for those who insist on paying more, I have a section called If You Insist. These wines are priced in $30, $40, and $50 range. And I also have a chalkboard in the front of the store, and that's a representation of what we have in the cellar, sort of high-end, gifty, special occasion wines. 2 other sections that are priced in different price points. The nectar section here in the back, these are your sweet dessert port wines of different price ranges.
And white wine, like the Moscatos as well?
Exactly. Okay. Now if it's a bubbly Moscato, I'm going to put it in the bubbly section. So I have champagnes and other sparklers back there from around the world.
Okay. You definitely make it easy, that's for sure.
Well, we try, because honestly, it can be intimidating, but it certainly doesn't have to be.
Okay.
Lastly, I want to talk about this table here. This is sort of our discount section. These wines are still color-coded based on the sections that we've talked about so far. These wines are priced between $19.99 and $10.99.
Okay.
But if you want to save up to 50%, you get 6 or more, and they're $10 a piece.
Wow.
So lots to choose from, like 100 labels here, many countries and grapes as well.
Okay.
We do wine tastings. I want to make sure I mention that. At least twice a week, every Thursday night and Saturday afternoon. We want people to try. They're free. We want people to get an opportunity to try the different style categories, hone in on what they enjoy the most. Chances are, if you like a silky wine, you're going to like some other wines in that same section.
Okay.
So,
Good to know.
easy breezy.
Very nice. Okay.
So, did you have a goal in mind today? Were you looking for something specifically?
I'm responsible for bringing the wine to a barbecue tonight.
Barbecue.
So-
Okay, great. Well, because of the heartier flavors you're going to find on the barbecue, I'm going to recommend. Did you want white or red?
I think both would be nice if
Okay.
one of each.
For the red, I'm certainly going to recommend something from the bold section. Something that's got some spice, some heartiness to it. So, for example, Sangiovese. This is from California. It's under $20. Really got some really nice spice to it. It's from Paso Robles, California. One of my favorite regions. So that's an option. And then for the white, maybe a Spanish white, something that can stand up to some heartier flavors. We have an Albarino that we bring to the Tapas Barcelona, a restaurant here in the area, and anything that the waiter can bring will go with that wine. It's delicious.
So which one is that?
This is a Albarino from Spain, from the crisp section. Really light, acidic, but again, pairs perfectly with some spicier foods.
Okay. Perfect.
You want to grab this one?
Sure.
And then whichever one. This
You
the
recommended
Sangiovese.
it,
Okay,
sure.
great. Let me grab it for you. Sangiovese and Albarino.
Sangiovese and Albarino. I'm not going to remember that, but that's why you're here.
Don't worry about
Right?
it. It's just juice. I'll meet you up front there.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad you found us today.
So am I. Like I said, this is very nice, convenient, easy. I'll let you choose all my wines.
So I mentioned the tastings that we have twice a week. We also have other themed events, winemaker events and that. And I send out a newsletter once a month. If you'd like, I can put you on the list.
Okay. What's the one on September 10th?
We have an event called Screw It coming up on September 10th. And that is actually all wines with screw cap
Oh.
from around the world.
This is a script.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Very
it's
interesting.
a little themed
Okay,
event.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah. So if you'd like, I can take your email and
Here,
put you on the list.
let me give you my card.
Thank you. Put this in the bag for you, and you are all set.
Thank you so very much.
Thank
Enjoy the
you.
barbecue.
I'd like to invite you on your own personal tour of the shop here at Winestyles in downtown Evanston. Please join us. And don't forget to check out the website. We have all kinds of special events coming up. Thanks so much.